Hey, what's up, y'all? All right. So I wanted to share something, with the world. I wanted to be transparent with this because I never realized how much this experience, how much this thing that I have going on has been impacting my life. And I never questioned it or like really I never really took notice of it until now, right? So I'm convinced that I have this mild sugar addiction that I've been dealing with for a long time. And I know it's something that, we as people we're not mindful a lot of the times that we eat. We're not mindful a lot of the times of what we're eating more so than what we are not eating. Right? So for myself, I noticed that I have like this damn sugar addiction and it's time to kick that bitch, right? So this is like a bizarre story from last night, right? So like yesterday I had this experience with this woman. I asked her, I said, hey, did you eat today? Because I had like a muffin in my bag, Did you eat today? I gave her the muffin. She's like, yeah, I had something a little earlier, something like that, she said. And I said, oh, okay, here, well, take this because you might get hungry later. It was a muffin. It was a lemon muffin that I just picked up from BJ's earlier that day, right? So, because I had plans on, eating this muffin on my downtime. I had plans on, let me pull over real quick. See, risking my life for y'all. So, so I had plans of enjoying this meeting on my downtime, right? Like, I was going to enjoy I'm going to tell you how I eat my muffins, right? I eat my muffins a certain way. You know how people eat Oreos a certain way? Like, even with Oreos, like, I will take the cookie apart and then I will eat the side that don't have any filling in it. And then the other side, I will lick that side clean, right? Like, I'm very particular when it comes to eating certain things. Like, it's so interesting, like, when I be doing stuff, right? So I'm going to tell you how I eat my muffins, right? So the way I eat I had plans on, opening up the Ziploc bag, right? It was one of those double zips, right? Opening up the Ziploc bag. You know how I got to keep my muffin nice and fresh, right? So I opened up the Ziploc bag and I wasn't going to take out the muffin all the way. Sometimes I take out the muffin all the way if I have something to put it on, but since it's no tables where I was going to be at, I was just going to eat it out the bag. So I was going to unzip the Ziploc bag and I eat the sides first from the muffin, right? I like to eat the muffin top first, right? I enjoy the sides, and then I'll eat the top part, and then I'll eat the bottom part, because the bottom part, when they have the paper, it's kind of a little boring, but that's just like, all right, whatever. It's just the bottom, so I'm just not gonna, do nothing fancy with that one. But I'm gonna take my time with the top, right? So I had plans on eating my muffin that way, right? So I said no. Something told me to just give the lady the muffin, and I'm glad I gave her the muffin because I don't need all that. I don't need all that sugar, right? It was a lemon muffin, so I was ready to go tear that thing up when I had some downtime, right? Just being totally honest with y'all, right? So she took the muffin. I'm like, all right, fine. I got a sandwich left. I'm gonna have that for lunch because I made myself a nice turkey and cheese sandwich, because I'm tired of buying food out here, right? So, when I got inside to go sign into work, before I could even go I saw my supervisor, and then I went upstairs, and then I went to the vending machine. Damn, I hope y'all following me, right? I went to the vending machine, and I get what I always get from the vending machine. I got some damn grandma's cookies. Oh my God, I love grandma's cookies. I eat at least a bag a day. At least when I can get a vending machine with the grandma's cookies, I will tear them bitches up. Them shits are good. Oh my God. And I would eat it the same way. I would unscrew the cap, the top. I would eat the regular part with no filling. And then I would take my time eating the one with the filling, just because it's just like, you know, you got to save the best for last. And I think it's something with the creamy, sugary, soft filling that, you know, is so addicting, right? Even though it's sugar, but still. So yeah. So I enjoy my bag of grandma's cookies. You know, I enjoy that, you know, because I have to have me a bag of grandma's cookies for some reason, like, until I don't. It's just this thing that I have to fulfill when I go to work, because there's always a fucking vending machine around that doesn't do us any good, because all it has is fucking sugar and salt and crunchy, delicious things, you know? And sometimes it's hard to pull yourself away from that. So now, oh, that's the part that I left out. The woman who I gave the muffin to, she had said, she had brought up red mango. And I was like, I don't have no money for red mango, but I have this muffin. So I gave her the muffin. So now red mango is in my head. Like, okay, so now I gotta have some red mango. Just these bizarre, ridiculous thoughts that I'm having. Like, now I gotta have the red mango. And so I said, all right, I'm gonna get some red mango on my break. Don't even know why the fuck I want red mango, but I said I want red mango because, you know, she put this idea in my head that, you know, the red mango, and I know what red mango is, but I don't even like red mango like that. But I'm so glad she put that thought in my head, right? So come time to have my break, I've had plans on going to get the red mango because I wanted to experience it, you know, but I had surfed the urge to go and get the red mango, even though it was like 200 feet away from where I was going to be at that yesterday. But that part of me said, no, you don't need the red mango. You don't need the red mango. You know, stay here, eat your sandwich. And so I did. And so I did like 15 minutes of meditation, right? Because I found myself bombarded like with overstimulation, being on the phone, scrolling because I got so much downtime, just having all this time, not doing anything with it. And I had to pull myself from the phone. And then I had did like a 15-minute meditation. You know, sometimes these phones are so addictive, and we have no idea how addictive they are until we pull ourselves back, we force ourselves away from the phone, and we actually see and become aware of how much time we're spending on the phone, the things that we are looking at, the emotions that we are feeling, you know, and, you know, it just has this way of taking over our lives. So I did this meditation for 15 minutes, you know, just complete silence, put the phone down, set my timer on the phone. Yeah, I have to have my phone. Turn my radio off for work. And I sat in silence for like 15 minutes. And meditation was good, you know, just still continuing to surf the urge of my urges. And so I was able to get through it. I'm proud of myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now when I finish my meditation, what pops into my head? Wendy's Frosty pops into my goddamn head. Wendy's, people, Wendy's. So now I'm just like, Wendy's. I'm getting excited. So, so it's crazy because I brought the thought to life. I brought that bitch to life. Like, I brought the thought to life. It was once in my head, and now I find myself looking at my maps to see where the nearest Wendy's is. I said, yeah, I'm going to get me a Frosty and some French fries to dip into my Frosty. Addictions. I wanted a Frosty, and I was thinking about that Frosty. I was thinking about the chocolatey goodness, the chocolatey smooth texture, and the salty French fry that I'm going to dip into my Frosty to eat after I finish work. Like some real addictive shit, yo. These are how addictions work on your mind, bro. Like, addictions work on your mind. They work on your mind, and you don't even know you're addicted until you're doing strange shit for that addiction, right? So I had said, all right, I'm gonna get the Wendy's. And like I said, I brought it to life because I went into my maps and I actually put in what I wanted into my maps, what I wanted to get after work. And so you damn right, I waited till after work. I drove to Wendy's and I picked up my Frosty and my French fries, my medium French fries, right? Now, I remember making a video a while back, years ago, about having an addiction to French fries. I used to go to McDonald's and get a medium French fries with a fresh apple pie. I had to have a medium fry and a fresh apple pie. This is back when apple pies was good and they was in a regular box. Now I don't know what they doing at McDonald's. I don't even eat there anyway. But I had to have my fresh hot French fries and my apple pie every single day, at least once a day, like just killing me slowly. And then I put that habit down. I said, no more. I said, no more. I said, I can't have this happen no more. I have to put this shit down. I'm in control of my body. I have the power to stop what's happening here. And so I stopped. Just like that, I stopped. And till this day, I have not had a McDonald's French fry. And I'm so proud of myself. It's been years since I've had a McDonald's French fry or apple pie. And I'm proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. When you know that you possess the power to stop certain things in your life, your life will change for the better. So I digress. Back to the Frosty and the French fries. So I was like, okay, yeah, I was happy that I had my Frosty, and the Frosty came in this small ass cup. Ever since this inflation stuff started happening, everything is just real small. So I noticed the small things immediately, as I know that y'all be noticing the small things immediately too. So I'm like, yeah, that cup is real small, but it's all good. Like, it is what it is, because I don't need a lot. Like, I just want this little bit, But I found myself risking my life for my addiction, right? Risking my life for that sugar addiction, that sugar craving that I wanted. Risking my life. And when I say risking my life, I meant I would drive and I would dip my French fries into my smoothies. And I'm just like, to prevent the French fry from to prevent the ice cream from dropping on me and my clothes, I'm trying to see what's happening here. So I'm dipping and I'm looking down, like making sure I get enough Frosty on my French fry, because I don't want to dip my French fry and come up with a little bit of Frosty. I don't want enough just to coat the tip. I want enough to weigh my French fry down. That's how much I want my Frost. That's how much I want my French fry covered shit. I want that bitch weighed down, boy. So I'm dipping my French fry so I can get enough Frosty, right? And I'm risking my life for that shit because I wanted enough, right? Just that sugar addiction. I'm telling y'all, just the sugar addiction, man, it's so crazy. So I said, all right, I'm tired of risking my life. So because I'm risking my life, even though it's probably like 1:00 in the morning, I'm risking my life because people still do strange things when they're out here, when they think nobody's out here, right? So I said, let me pull over. I'm going to pull over and eat my Frosty because now I really want to enjoy this experience, And so that's what I did. I found me a nice, safe space, and I parked, put my light on, and I picked up my Frosty, and then I continued to dip my fries into my Frosty. No fucks. I did that shit. I'm just like glutton. It's like glutton. So I'm just dipping and dipping and dipping and dipping. Mind you, I had a medium fry. I ordered 2 medium fries because I wanted to give some to Majesty. But the medium fry that I had, it was stale, so I had to go back and return it so I could have nice crispy fries. I had to have them nice crispy fries. Anyway, so yo, this shit is real. This is so real. So, what happened? Yeah, so I pulled over, got comfortable because I wanted to enjoy the experience of my French fries and my Frosty. And so that's what I did. And, so as I'm eating, I'm just like, I just felt this sensation or this urge of not being able to help myself, not being able to control myself and my craving and this situation. It's like with an addict, it's just something that you just have to have. And then when you actually get it, it's like, yo, you dead to the world. You're dead to the world because you're too busy trying to enjoy the experience of that addiction. No matter what it is, you want to enjoy the experience of it. You thought about this thing all day long. And so now you have finally been able to be in a place so that way you can experience this shit. Like, this is so real and so deep, y'all. I'm telling you, the devil is a liar. Let's say that 2 more times. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar, because the devil plays with your mind. Right? So, yeah, so, that's what happened. Like, I just couldn't help myself, and I had to actually pull myself. It's like I had a magnetic force that was telling me to keep going, keep eating, keep going, keep dipping, keep going, keep dipping, keep biting, keep eating, right? Until I said, I can't do this no more. But it didn't stop there, because after I finished my French fries, I went and I got the spoon and I started to eat my Frosty with the spoon. I just had to have it. I just had to have it, right? And a lot of y'all might be thinking like, oh, you're tripping. That's crazy. But until you actually experience it, it's real. It happens with drugs. It happens with alcohol. It happens with sex. It happens with greed. It happens with these things that just call your body. It calls your body. It whispers to your mind, and it tells you this is what you need. This is what you want. This is what you have to have. This is how addictions work. This is how it works, and it will lie to you, and it tells you that this is good for you. This is gonna make you feel better. This is what you need to experience the love that you've been missing. This is how you're gonna feel accepted. This is gonna make you be that dude or that chick. This is what happens when you being whispered to. I'm telling you. So I had to pull myself away from the Frosty. I had to pull myself away. Like, I didn't even finish it because I'm just like, no, this is out of control. I can't allow myself to experience this. Not that I can't allow myself to experience this, because I must allow myself to experience this. However, I can't allow myself to be a hostage to these addictions, to these cravings, to, these pleasures that are not conducive to the health in my body, to my mind. It's not conducive to me. It's not helping me. So I'm absolutely glad that I experienced that. And so after I forced myself to put the Frosty down, I prayed because I felt like I was being attacked. I prayed because I felt like I had no control over what was happening. I prayed because I felt like I wasn't myself when it came to what I was doing. I felt like I didn't have a say in what was happening until I took control of the experience of the cravings, of physically pulling myself away and saying, you got to put that down, and saying this shit is not for you, and saying this is going to harm your body. This is going to make your skin look terrible. This is going to continue to put lesions on your body. This is going to continue to make your hair fall out. This is going to continue to get to have that inflated waistline. This is continue to allow you to have shortnesses of breath. Like, this is what's going to continue happening. Sugar eats up the oxygen in your body. Like, yo, if your oxygen ain't right in your body, you won't be able to function properly, right? You're going to have brain fog and shit. You're going to have all types of discombobulated thoughts, confusion, all types of stuff that's going to happen to your body. So, like I said, I prayed it away last night. I even had like a conversation with Sugar. Like, yo, Sugar, what's up? Like, why are you showing up like this? What's going on? What's happening, Sugar? What did I do? Why are you here in my life? Like, I spoke to the Sugar. As crazy as that might sound to y'all, like, I spoke to that shit because I cannot understand why I'm having these experiences that I'm having with the Sugar, And so I prayed to God. I said, I need help. I need help doing away with the sugar cravings because I cannot control the sugar. So I called out because, addictions, they will control your life, right? Addictions will control your life. And I felt like I'm just being controlled by the sugar. I was being controlled by the sugar. And every day I pray, just to have the guidance that I need. Every day I pray just to have the guidance that I need so I can be free from the sugar addictions because it's so real. Yo, it's so real. It's so real when you face with something like that just has this control over you. It's so wild. And so I asked my boyfriend to help me. I said, listen, I need your help. I need help getting away from the sugar addictions. I said, don't buy me no more sugar. Don't buy me no more sweets because it's not doing good for me. It's not good for me. And it's depressing me and it's making me feel bad. And it's controlling my life. And so he's like, all right, I'm going to help you. All right, I got you. I'm with you on this journey. And I'm so grateful because it's hard when you don't have the support to help you through what you go through and experience on a regular basis when it comes to these addictions that you have. People have these addictions with alcohol and drugs and, like I said, lustful ways and demonous ways, and they think that is normal. Like this is not normal to have these addictions, yo. You not functioning when you have these addictions, man. You are not living right because you not thinking right. You don't need that shit to cope. It's not doing good for your body. It's not good for your mind. It's not good for you and your family and your children. These things we're not mindful of. We just do these things because we are trying to numb this pain that we have in our bodies and in our minds because we want to get away from the day to day. What are we missing here? So you have to ask yourself, you have to pray constantly, day in and day out, for help so God can guide you to where you need to go so you can fix yourself up. You have to pray every single day. Ask God for discernment. Ask God for strength. Ask God for clarity. Ask God to remove the people out of your life that have been there, that have not been contributing to your life in a way that's going to allow you to grow and be your greatest and your best self. Ask God for these things because God does wonders. God removes people, and he removes you from places and spaces that you don't need to be so you can be better for yourself. Because if you're not better for yourself, you're not better for nobody. If you cannot be there for yourself, you can't be there for nobody. Believe that shit, yo. If you can't be there for yourself, if you can't commit to healing for yourself, you cannot commit to your kids. You can't commit to your family. You can't commit to having a better life. You can't do that. You got to do better for yourself. And it's so real. It's so real. It's so real. It's so real. And God is always going to be there for you. God is always going to show up for you when you least expect it. It's not always going to happen right away. It takes time. But just know that God is going to be there for you. God is going to show up. God always shows up. God always provides you with what you need. It's so real. Yo, it's so real. Wow. It's so real. It's so real. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that God has allowed me to be a vessel to get the message out about addictions. You gotta take this stuff seriously, y'all. Like, your health is so important. And if your health is not under control, you ain't gonna be good for nobody, including yourself. You're gonna have all of these aches and pains and shit. You're gonna have mental combobulations. You're gonna be consumed by low vibrations, whispering things to you, telling you this is what you need. You know, you need to go to that place so you can, you know, feel good, you know, so you can block out the feelings and emotions that you need to experience, so that way you can grow and evolve and get, and, you know, and just elevate above them. You know, we use these things to numb the pain in our body, you know, but we're not feeling the feelings that are there so we can feel them. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. This shit is long, but God used me today, and I'm so grateful that he used me today to be the vessel. I'm so grateful that he used me to be the vessel. I'm so grateful that he used me to be the vessel. I'm so grateful. Wow. Wow. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being present. Thank you for holding space. Wow, I've never been this vulnerable in my life, but it's all good because somebody needs to hear this message. 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 And whoever it is, just know that you are loved. You are protected. You are cared for. You are seen. You are heard. You are valued. You are validated. You are worthy. You are everything, and everything is you, and we are here for you. All you got to do is reach out. All you got to do is reach out and ask for help. Pray to God and talk to somebody about it who you trust with whatever it is that you are experiencing, that you're dealing with. Because you will always be provided with the help that you need. Always. So, and remember, you are loved. Okay. Everybody, have an amazing day. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Until I